LaRosa is here looking at the forecast. I did feel the differences throughout the days of the week so far. I mean, I could tell. And today was hard.
Yeah, you know what?
And
challenging.
It was challenging.
It was challenging. But one less challenge, the winds.
Okay.
They're not howling this morning. We've gotten a little bit of a break, so I think that makes a little bit of a difference in how it feels out there. In fact, not a wind chill to report, so that's good. 31 on the thermometer right now at Central Park, 20 though in White Plains, so yes, that's hard. We've got 21 in Poughkeepsie, 22 in Islip, and we're down to 25 in Belmar. Maybe a few flurries north and west, Pike, Sullivan County, just checking out some of the cams. Not seeing anything just yet, but wouldn't be surprised. We are going to see the clouds on the increase. This is the next system that's going to drive down that cold front and change up everything. So enjoy the mild, quiet weather day today. It will be breezy by later on this afternoon, not as harsh though as the last couple of days, and maybe a peak of sun here and there. And then by later on tonight, that's when we'll watch some of the showers begin to approach, starting off as rain. All right, we'll have more of that in a second, but let's get you out the door ready for any traffic. What's going on, Adele?
If you're hopping onto your subways this early morning hour, we're still seeing plenty of planned track work out there. Darlene mentioned earlier we will see service restored on the B and Z trains. Not just yet, though, so keep in mind they are still suspended right now. Commuter rails also seeing some issues. Harlem Line, Passaic Branch is suspended. Dover Plains out to Passaic. Buses are being provided. New Jersey Transit, Raritan Line, you can also expect to see delays. And our roadways right now, we are seeing some issues on the Verrazano Bridge. Lower level construction shuts down all lanes both ways. And if you're hopping onto the Turnpike northbound side, your inner and outer roadways are completely closed on the northbound side, exit 8 out to exit 13A. Darlene, back to you.
Adele, thanks so much for very important information.
Yeah. It's a fascinating science-based argument, Maria, to have.
There we go, right? We're looking at Newark Airport right now, and the Turnpike, of course. It is a chilly start. Temperatures at Newark below freezing, sitting at 26. 31 in the city, but winds are light. You see the clouds on the increase. And if you think it's been chilly, wait till you see what we have coming. By tomorrow morning, 29 degrees. The low Friday morning, 13. But into next week, a low of 11. And we are in for it for a long stretch of that chilly weather. So enjoy today as highs get into the 40s. I'm timing out not just the cold, but the chance for some snow showers by this time tomorrow morning, and another chance as we get into the weekend, what that looks like for us in the 10-day forecast.
Okay, Maria, sounds good. Thank you. And still to come.
Still seeing some issues here with our commuter rails. Harlem Line, Passaic Branch, you can expect to see delays and cancellations. New Jersey Transit, Raritan Line, you've got delays as well. And our subways, plenty of track work going on. You've also got no B, Z, or W train service heading both ways. This is set to wrap up at about 5 a.m. And let's take a live look.
Keep it real about the weather as well, Maria. So it's going to be real cold, possibly.
Real cold, real soon. Not today. We're getting actually a little bit of a break. And you can see with fair skies for now, it's looking good this morning. One thing I don't have to report, the feels like temperature. It's 31 degrees, but winds are light, so it feels like 31. And with fair skies, eventually mostly cloudy heading into the afternoon. Look at our temperature by 11 o'clock, 40 degrees, so already warmer than we were all day yesterday. We're headed up to 46. We're going to see breezy conditions at times today, and eventually those winds will bring some warmer air and some moisture back. So we're going to start to see some of the rain begin, especially after midnight. Our temperatures are going to drop into tomorrow morning, so we'll see a change over to some snow and some accumulation expected. So those temperatures into the 30s tomorrow, yes, we're back to that cold, back to that northwest flow. But it's not as simple as just the rain to snow, of course. So let's break down the impacts and the timing for you. You can see really after midnight, temperatures above freezing, so it starts off as some rain, and then by this time tomorrow morning, the colder air begins to filter in, and there's still that moisture around, so we'll see that flip to some snow. And if you draw a line on I-95 right there north and west, so by 5, 6 in the morning along through the city into the Hudson Valley, Connecticut, and back through Philadelphia, and eventually coming through the area through the late morning into the midday, and temperatures continuing to drop during that time. So as the snow falls, it is going to stick, and enough here that we think a general 1 to 3 inches of snowfall expected across the area. Timing wise, that is certainly enough to make things messy for tomorrow morning, so keep that in mind. After this, of course, that cold Arctic air sinks on in, and that's what we have in store for Friday. And then by Saturday, you see that? It's a glancing below. We're keeping an eye on it because it's certainly close enough, but it may be just enough for a few snow showers. And then it's all about the wind chill, with those wind chills down below zero by Friday morning. Watching out there.
If you're hopping onto your subways this early morning hour, we still have plenty of planned track work still in effect, so allow yourself some extra time there. Our commuter rails Metro North Harlem line, the Passaic branch, we're still seeing plenty of delays and cancellations. All other lines, though, are on schedule. And let's check in now on our roadways. Route 46, right at Route 17, we've got this accident that's just popped up. It's causing some minor delays through the area. Nothing too bad, but if you wanted to play it safe, you could always hop onto 80 instead. As you make your way a little further down here, New Jersey Turnpike, exit 8 to exit 13A, all lanes remain shut down for construction. And on the Verrazano Bridge, lower level, both ways, all lanes are shut down for construction as well. If you're making your way onto the George Washington Bridge, not doing too bad here. That construction is wrapping up on the upper deck. You can see all those flashing lights there off into the distance. So if you are heading outbound, you should be good to go any minute now. As a reminder, alternate side parking rules and meter rules in effect citywide for today. Michael, back to you.
Adelle, thank you.
Grew up around the world.
I was going to say,
Well, nothing to do, but I appreciate it. I understand the Madagascar roaches are a thing and they're special, and you know, I don't want them harmed or anything.
I love you like a roach.
Yeah, as long as they're not in my environment.
They're survivors, we know that.
Right?
Okay, so
she's right.
there you go, strong hearts. Let's get you.
Okay,
Darlene went all good fellas on me.
if you guys are heading out this early morning hour.
For you on this Wednesday, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is looking at this chilly morning. It's definitely, we've got our ups and downs this week.
I love how you put it. It's chilly. There have been ups and downs. We're on the upswing for today.
All right.
Yes, today. 33 at Central Park. It's 25 in White Plains and Islip. 19 in Eastport. And for the most part, with light winds, that's what it actually feels like outside. Mostly cloudy skies. We do have a few blips of blue on the radar, signifying there may be some flurries north and west of the city. But we've got this, too. This is down the shore of Point Pleasant Beach. Those skies are brightening. So we'll get some sun from time to time, sort of filtered sun with some clouds. And then by this afternoon, all the way back up into the mid-40s, a little gustier for the midday, and then winds relax again overnight tonight. By 10 o'clock, still in the 40s, and we'll be watching the rain approach, followed by that change over to snow. I'll have more details on that in a second. But Adele, what are you watching out there?
We're going to start things off here with our commuter rails. We're seeing some issues.
Interesting. Okay, let's get you going. We have mainly clear skies overhead. As we look from Flora Park, you see it's starting to brighten up. So we'll get some peaks of sun in there before we get to be mostly cloudy most of the day. 33 degrees. There is a little bit of a wind chill, but the winds are really light and they're out of the south. So that's one change that we're already seeing this morning. And then by this afternoon, a big change, right? 46 for the high. It'll get a little gustier for the midday, but we do stay dry. So that'll feel pretty good, not as harsh. And then the changes tonight as the front moves on through into tomorrow, down to 29 degrees. We start off with some rain and we're going to end up with some snow. How much snow? Generally thinking about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. There'll be spots along I-95 and north and west that may be on the higher end of that 1 to 3, and then maybe not as much to the south and east. So, but it's going to be enough timing-wise to make things a little messy for tomorrow. So that's kind of what we want to get you ready for. As we look at the fine-tuned timing, it is after midnight, mainly rain showers as we're above freezing. And then as the cold front comes through, enough cold air and moisture lingers that we see that change over to snow. But look again at that timing, 6, 7 in the morning, I-95 corridor. And that could be coming down at a pretty good clip at times through the morning drive and into the midday, and that includes hanging on a little bit longer into the early afternoon potentially for Long Island, and that's how you get some of the messy road conditions. So that's one system that we've got our eye on. That's the one that's really going to help drop our temperatures into Friday. But look at Saturday. It's a glancing blow. It does look like the models are trying to come into agreement that this is probably going to be more of a miss for us.